Hello, another lovely Saturday, and time to make your voice heard on any issue at all. Welcome to Citizens Voice, your program. My name is Ambrose Ezoan. I'm happy to be with you, and I hope you are there too, ready to join us in another lively conversation. What is on your mind today? What do you want to talk about? What is happening around you? That's what we ask you to let us know on Citizens Voice. It's your program. The numbers will be on the screen as usual, and you'll be free to dial and talk to us. It could be a national issue and a matter around the state, your local government, even on your street. What's happening in your area? You may want to talk about it. So it's an open forum. All we ask is that you be decent in your presentation. Don't insult anyone or any institution. Be polite in your language, but say it as it is. In other words, be sure of what you're saying and make sure it's the truth. It could be about your street. We've talked last week. We talked about the cleanliness of Lagos. What is it like in your street? Some people said some sign of improvement. At least I noticed some in some area. And we talked about the potholes that we complained about in this program, and we talked about the attempt by the authorities to put things right, and we're glad about that and commended them. Could be what's happening in your street now. So don't be restricted. Don't be restricted. Of course, you know our budget has now been passed by the lawmakers, so the president is to assent to them, and it becomes law, and that's coming how many months after? And some people have talked about the delay and the effect it will have on governance, but experts also say the budget is good if well implemented, and nothing is lost yet. Okay. Of course, you also know that recently codeine was banned in the use, that's talking about manufacturing of drugs. Some pharmaceutical companies were closed because they were still using codeine. Now, the question is, in your opinion, from what you know and what's happening around you or in our society, do you think the ban of that substance, codeine, will stop drug abuse in our country? We went to the streets to find out what people think. Take a listen.
The ban starts somewhere. Thank God the other things were put in place. The laws enforcement agent, the NAFDAC, the PCN, the PNC have to work hand to hand to make sure the spread of this thing in the society will be reduced. What do I mean? Because there are some pharmaceutical companies that have this license. This license must be regulated. You don't just say this in an open market. It must be regulated. And those that have pharmacies, someone cannot walk into a pharmacy and buy this thing. There must be a prescribed, it's a prescribed drug. It's a controlled drug. You can't just walk into any pharmacy and get this thing. Never done. That's our problem here. They must close so many holes where this leakage is all about. They will start from big companies that produce this thing to the wholesale outlet, to the retail outlet. You can't just enter any chemist and get Berlin or get insulin or get Tuzolin. So there's some of them in the market. So government must come here. Thank God they have taken a right step in the right direction to make sure this curtail, because this thing is killing our youth. So government can come in because this is destroying our future generation. I believe the banning is starting in the right direction. It will help us a lot. It will help us a lot to make sure this is eradicated, reduced wisely, so that we can have a free society of drug abuse among our youth.
If they ban codeine, they put limit to it. There are people who has money that can still get it. You know, everything go with connection, because they know where they are getting it from. People that are selling know where they are getting it from. Understand? So they say one way closed, on that way open. So if you close this way, say okay, let's limit it. People will still look for one way and the other to get it. Understand? Because codeine is something that has been existing for a long time. For a long time. That time, people are taking codeine, but then it hasn't exposed like generation we are now. You know, now they say it's computer age. Computer age, why all the young boys, all the young girls are doing nonsense. Taking drugs, taking all sorts of things that can damage liver. There are so many hospitals. When you go to Bobina, you will see a lot of people there. It's not because they are sick or it's just ordinary sickness. No, it is because of the drugs they are taking. So even if they ban codeine, there are still other drugs who can still damage, who can still cause effects.
I think it's a step that should help us handle it, because now that it has been banned, you know that you are contravening the law if you try to purchase it anywhere else, because the impact of codeine on the health of young people is really something that is worrying for us as a nation. The implication on people and the number of young boys on the streets who have become crazy as a result of illegal consumption of codeine should frighten any nation. So I think it's a step in the right direction. But beyond the ban, I hope we can also do a lot more. Because no matter how bad codeine is, there is still the good use to it for those who are who need it really for recovery. So I think there should be a balance. While we ban it, we should also look at some other substances that have also become abused by young people that they will now naturally fall back to now that codeine is no longer available. So it should be holistic. Whatever substances are abused, we should investigate, find out, and try to make sure that they are not available to these young people.
Okay, you've heard what the people say there and what they think about the ban on codeine, helping us to check drug abuse in our society. Maybe you want to talk more about that, you want to scan it further. If that's of interest to you, please do so. Let us also hear your views on what you think. But don't be restricted, as we said. This program is open. You're not restricted any topic at all. Whatever it's on your mind, maybe something happening around your street or on your street, your local government, name it, anywhere at all. It could even be something about schools, hospitals, anything at all. Cleaner Lagos. You just tell us what you think. The numbers are now on your screen. Please call either and share with us whatever is on your mind. All we want is for you to make suggestion or make an observation that will interest those in the decision-making unit in our country, in our local government, and our LCDA, so that they take note and take some action for a better society. Why we emphasize or talk so much about Cleaner Lagos the other time was because health is wealth. If our environment is filthy, then we are exposed to health hazards and sickness. Of course, some people, you remember, were calling for a return to the Saturday environmental exercise and reminded them of what the law has said. And that does not mean that we must not clean our environment. But the problem is, after the cleaning, who cuts away the dirt? Hello, Ola. You are the first to call us today from Ogudu. You're welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I want to complain about the EFCC catching all those Yahoo boys. I don't like it to...
Yahoo boys?
I want them.
You don't like what? The way Yahoo boys are being caught, you said?
Yes.
By who?
By EFCC.
EFCC?
Yes.
Why don't you like it?
So it's not possible now.
Eh? Hello? Well, he didn't get to say more than that. He just said he doesn't like the way EFCC is catching up with the Yahoo boys, and he didn't give us any reason. Anyway, thank you for calling. You should have given us some reasons. Maybe they are not doing it the right way. That's why you should call and tell us if you know, if you have the facts. If they are defrauded people, through their activities. Of course, the EFCC is the best to go for them and let them account for their deeds, or rather explain themselves. So I don't know why you say you don't like the way. Maybe you wanted to talk about the manner or the procedure, then we would have loved to hear you, but you didn't say much. But if you wish to throw more light, please call us again and tell us what's on your mind about that. But crimes are punishable. Crimes are punishable, including financial crimes. Hello, Happiness. Hello, Happiness. Is Happiness not there? Okay, maybe we missed that. Happiness was calling from Fadi, I think. Okay, I hope you're happy this day. Call us back and share with us what's on your mind. Okay. Please let the lines be on the screen so that they can always call. Yes, anybody free to call. You're not restricted in any way. The topic is not restricted. Whatever is on your mind is what you share with us. But make sure you have your facts and you are sure of what you are saying. If your street or your area is cleaner now, we would like to hear, because we're very much concerned about the Cleaner Lagos initiative, you know, because our environment and health is wealth. If we are healthy, if our environment is clean, if you are in a situation where you are passing through an area and you cover your nose with your hanky or so because of stench, then something is wrong. Hello, Happiness.
Hello. Yes.
Good afternoon.
I'm complaining concerning Nazi.
Concerning?
Nazi, auxiliary Nazi.
Okay, go on.
In some hospitals, they say they are not employing auxiliary Nazi. That is not allowed. Those that have been trained for long, that knows what they are doing. So how do you want them to do when you don't allow them to be employed in the hospitals?
Employing nurses?
Auxiliary Nazi.
Oh, auxiliary nurses?
Yes.
Okay. They are no longer employing them in hospitals, you say?
Some hospitals are complaining that they don't employ them. The government says they should not be employed. Why? If they know what they are doing, why don't give them a trial and see their work? Some of them are doing it better than the government trained nurses. See, you don't employ them. How do you want them to do?
Okay. So you are advising that the government should employ them, give them chance to practice?
Yes, try them, give them trial and employ them. Most of them do better than some of these government trained nurses.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Happiness. Thank you. All right. Happiness is not happy that government is not employing auxiliary nurses, and she wants them to be employed, give them a chance to show what they can do. Of course, you know, in life, things come at different stages. I remember when school start holders, you know, were teachers in primary schools, and once you completed your secondary education and you passed well, you get a teaching job. Yes, that was like, for most people, something you start with. Just hold on to that for now. And some people held on to it and, you know, moved on from there. And the time came, the government said, okay, no more of that. If you want to teach in the primary school, you must have you must be a trained teacher, have your grade 2 certificate, as it were. And that moved on. And after that, they moved on to NCE. The minimum must now be NCE, and so on and so forth. So I guess that is what is happening to the nursing profession with regard to auxiliary nurses. There was a time they were needed, but probably in 2018, the government feels the standard should move up a bit. Let's have certified nurses, trained nurses. So it means those auxiliary nurses should now upgrade too in their training. Hello, Focus.
Hello, sir.
I like the name, Focus. How are you?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for that.
So what are you focusing on?
All right, I want to talk more about our local government here because I know our chairman is really working hard to make everything right. Yeah. So we still have some questions to do, which I know the project is not going now. So
you're not sounding very clear, I'm afraid. Is it too close to your mouth or something? Come again. You are talking about...
I'm talking about our Shomolu local government.
Shomolu local
Yes.
government area.
Yeah, because I know our. Hello?
Your line is cutting. I can't hear what you're saying. I heard Shomolu local government area. What issue are you discussing there? Hello? Oh dear. Okay. Well, you may want to refocus and call us back. Focus from Shomolu. I heard Shomolu local government area and he was complaining about something there, but what exactly he was talking about, I didn't pick that, and I wanted him to say it again and clearer. Okay, you're not restricted. You have 2 lines there on your screen. Please dial either and call us. Share with us what's on your mind, what you've observed in your local government area, on your street, what's happening, or any of the government agencies. You know, it's limitless what we can discuss on Citizens Voice. It's your program, and so you determine what we discuss on this program. Hello, Vincent. Hello, Vincent. Why do I see the signal that you're online and I can't hear you? Hello, Vincent. Okay, we've missed another caller. All right. We hope you call back. We missed the call from Focus. He was on, but not clear. Vincent, you wanted to talk to us too. We just missed that call. Please, if you can, call back, call back. And if you're watching, you've not called, and you're asking, what is it about? There is no topic specified. Any topic at all, any issue on your mind, that's what we talk about. You raise the issue, tell us what you feel about it, and we hope those who are in charge of that thing you are discussing will hear and take action. I want to tell you again that this program is yielding some good results in our society. Weeks back, we complained of potholes in some areas of Lagos, and I tell you, a week after, they were filled up. The most remarkable is that of the Idioro-Mushin axis, where everybody was forced to take what we call one way. But now, it's been patched, amended, and people can now move normally. That's the kind of response we need from those in authority who are really there to serve the people. So again, we thank them for the quick action. Now, we've talked about the cleanliness of Lagos. We asked people, how clean is your area now? Look 2 weeks back and now. Has there been an improvement? And people have talked about some improvement in some areas. But I remember a caller from Sulere last week said, Sulere is still untidy, very dirty. Well, it didn't tell us the exact area of Sulere. It's a large area. I guess it's not all Sulere area, but maybe some areas. If it's still that way, you called us last week, please call again and say it that nothing has changed. But if something has also changed, please let us know. That's what we want to hear. If between last week or 2 weeks ago and now your area is cleaner in Lagos, we would like to hear. If there's no change, it's still the dirty environment, please let us also hear on this program so that those in charge can take note. Of course, the NEPA is always an issue, or PHCN, light, but some people are recording some improvement in power supply, but they talk of kind of rationing, you know. They take it at a particular time, bring it at a particular time. I think that's better than nothing. Hello, Vincent, you are back? Hello, Vincent.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Vincent. Nice to have you again.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you, Vincent. Go on.
Hello?
Just go on, Vincent. I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I want to complain about this cleanliness of this my area. It's very rough.
Okay.
No government has ever think about the gutter, even the drainage, many things for this situation area.
Okay.
And again, for the drug issue, what about the Tamarol? If they have been seized or the other one, what about the Tamarol that boys are taking inside this? There's other drugs that some girls are taking, they call it Tamarol. What about that one?
Okay, you are saying why did they not place a ban on that?
Yes.
Are you sure it's not under ban?
I think that will be very, very important because if they stop that chlorine and the Tamarol is using, that will be very bad.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's noted. I want to believe the authorities are listening, so they might want to look at that. Okay.
All right.
Is that all you
Thank
have?
you.
All right, thank you, Vincent. Thank you. Talked about gutters in their area, Itire, not cleaned. The government is not doing that. Well, that's probably one area where the Saturday environmental was useful, because people move at least beyond their compounds and organize themselves in cleaning the street and so on and so forth. That may not be possible now because of the lifting of that exercise. It's no longer there in force, but you now clean your own compound. The question now is, who cleans the street? Well, that's what the CDAs might look at and see how is it done, or how should it be done. At least the market environmental is still going on. They still clean their market. So we could also work out a way of cleaning the streets and the gutters. But the way we use the gutters too is another issue, because I see people, right in front of their shops there, they use the gutter as a refuse dump. Everything is poured into the gutter, and or the drainage system there, and that worsens it. You may think, I don't see it, or it doesn't concern me. It's going to concern you soon, because when you get the system blocked, the water comes back to your shop. So that's another issue we have to look at. How do we dispose of our refuse? If it's only liquid that we pour into the gutter, it might look better, but I'm sure people pour substances. I've seen people, especially those who cook in hotels or eateries, they wash everything inside the gutter, the remaining food stuff or rejects. That's not good enough for our environment. So we too, the users of the gutters, have to take note and use them properly. But that does not stop the authorities from cleaning up. Hello, David.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Nice to have you.
Sir, I want you to just do something for me. I don't know. They said the paternity is a driving license with you.
Sorry? They said?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, David, I can hear you.
Okay. Paternity driving license. They said there's one for 5 years, then another one for 3 years. So the one of 3 years, according to the last information I heard on radio, they said the one of 3 years is 6,000.
Could you reduce the speaker?
300 naira, and the one of 5 years is 10,300. I don't know whether it's true. I confirm from the road safety authority, so we can know. We are watching you and tell you now.
David, I'm going to apologize. Please, can you come again? Take it gently. I could hear you, but it was sounding woolly. Yeah, you said, come again. You want to know?
I said the issue of driving license.
Driving license?
The federal safety driving license.
Okay, driving license.
Yes.
What about it?
They said one of 5 years, there's one of 5 years, another one of 3 years.
Okay.
So the one of 5 years is 10,300. And then I said the one of 3 years is 6,300.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's true.
Okay. I see what you mean. So you want to know the prices or the costs, what it costs you to get them. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for your inquiry. Well, what I will advise you to do is to go to any local government in your area. You are in Ajegunle, yes? Go to the local government and get the right figures. Why I say so is that what you hear on the street or from your friends might not be the correct amount payable. So go to the authorities. When you walk into the local government area, I'm sure you see the licensing office or the FRSC, and ask them. They will tell you the right thing. So you don't have to guess, okay? You don't have to guess, all right? I did my own about 2-3 years ago, so I wouldn't know what the price is now or the cost is now. They might have reviewed it. Until it expires, I won't have need to go back there. So I advise you, David, go to the local government in your area, ask for where the license is issued or driver's license issued. The FRC should be there, and they are the people to tell you. If they are not there, I'm sure the authorities will tell you. The VIOs will have the correct answer for you. Okay. All right. Yes, but The years are different, that's for sure. The years are different. Okay. Any subject whatsoever is welcome on Citizens Voice. All you need to do is to tell us what you have in your mind and say it the way it is, but keep your presentation or language decent. Don't insult. And as we have been doing well so far, remember you're not restricted. Remember you're not restricted. You decide what you discuss on Citizens Voice. So you have the numbers on your screen. Just call us on either and let's talk. Hello, Dele. You're calling from Apapa.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Last time I talked about all this roads and I can see a very good improvement.
Okay.
From the both local government and the state government.
Okay.
But it has not gone around.
Mm-hmm.
There is some area that they are still continuing getting their like Eleganza, Boma Road, and Commercial Road.
Okay.
They have not touched this area.
Okay.
I want them to touch it. And what they are doing now, instead of them to come in the daytime, they come in the night.
Okay.
So when those people park dirty in the daytime, by the time they come in the morning, they do all the same thing. So they still have a lot to do.
Okay. All right. But you've seen some improvement.
Thank
okay.
Yes,
all right.
Yes.
Good. Thank you very much, Dele. Thank you. All the way from Apapa. That's the kind of reports or feedback we want. When it's not going well, you say it. When you also see a sign of things going well, please let us know. And the people serving us will also be happy that we are noting both sides, you know, the good and the bad. Okay, so some improvements there, and we'll do more. Yeah, I think the night strategy is to ensure that everything is cleared before the next day, so you start on a fresh note. Okay, but one for Cleaner Lagos and for Vision Scope or Loma, whoever is in charge, I think it's time you designated some positions on some streets where refuse should be dumped. Because what we noticed in most areas that as all through the streets, refuse is dumped somehow, somewhere, just along, as if it's a practice. I think it would be neater if you have spots identified. Since you don't have your containers, it would be good to designate some positions so that all those in that area will dump the refuse there for you to collect, and not just, you know, spreading them on the route, as it were. It makes it more difficult and, of course, ugly. But if you have a designated point or designated points on a particular street, then the people will know where to dump their refuse, and anybody dumping outside that refuse could be arrested or at least made to pay some fine. Hello, Ken. Hello, Ken. How are you?
I just want to say about the codeine market. About what they are saying that codeine, they need to ban it in Nigeria. For the matter of fact, codeine is actually from boys to eye, and I think it's better for some of them. Or they're misusing it. That's why I say it's not possible to ban it that easily. And normally, they buy it to their own same money, so you don't have to ban it easily. And I see that people are saying what kind of matters. Here, I am a guy as a boss. This place, I'll surprise you. What the power see, I have to tell you something that I see this word is turn by turn. Because you have money and the post now talking about some matters, it doesn't mean that we use our same money to buy it. See me, I collected 10 million just last week, and the money I lavished in Liquid Lodge, I went to Q Lodge, I have said this attire. There's nothing you have to do about this matter. See, the trash nonsense, I can tell you what you want. I see that code is eyes, it gives morale. I'm not playing. I'm using my card on you, gone. You have to pay me back. I can send my account number to you now. You can give my account number back. You see what I'm trying to tell you? Me and my niggas now, I'm chilling. It doesn't mean you have to start saying different type of sort of rubbish.
Okay. Ken from Malaba International. Well, this is Citizen's Voice. He was, from what I gathered, advocating the non-ban. In other words, codeine shouldn't be banned or restricted, because I heard him say that he loves it. That's what I heard. I hope I heard correctly. Well, that's worrisome because I don't know. Did you listen to Ken? Well, I leave you to make your judgment. I leave you to make your judgment. He's an advocate of codeine, from what I hear. I don't know. I don't know if that in any way affected his contribution. I'll leave that for you to judge. Okay? All right, we're still on. This is Citizens Voice. We still have about 25 minutes to go, so a lot of time, if you ask me. Just call us, dial either of the numbers on your screen, share with us what's on your mind, what can contribute to the goodness of the society, what can bring about some improvement in some area, what can encourage those who are serving us to do better. That's what we are here to do. We'll draw their attention to what is not going well somewhere so that they will also know. Okay? That's part of what we are doing on Citizens Voice. It's your voice, so please call us now and share with us. Hello, Yetunde. It's nice to hear from you. Oh, no, don't tell me we have missed that call. Yetunde, are you there?
Hello?
Hello, Yetunde. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
You're welcome.
I want to talk about this land charge or something.
Land
charge. And this dustbin. Where they are putting it here is near the transformer. In fact, they want to put it inside the transformer there. And this transformer, we are all used to it. About this land charges, because this landlord, they are increasing the money. They are increasing their money. This thing is, some people we are inconvenient. You think about the people that we are poor. We don't have anything. We are begging to go to airport in this Nigeria. So landlord is increasing us. This transformer, they are inconvenient also. If transformer blow now, what are we going to do? We'll be bringing them to come and do it again. So please, please and please, let us stop them.
Okay, I think she's gone. All right. Yetunde, thank you for your call. You're calling from Shumile. I wanted to ask you to say again what you said. I heard that you talked about the transformer, and I wanted to be sure that whether you said they dump refuse near the transformer. I didn't quite get that. I didn't quite get that. I wanted you to say it again. But so I don't know how to respond because I didn't get you clearly. I didn't get you clearly. Transformer, yes, I heard transformer, but what's happening around the transformer, I wanted you to recap. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Please, when you call, just try to reduce or kill the volume, that's what I like to say, of your TV set, so that what you are saying on the phone can be clear at this end. Okay, if two of them are on, there will be some distortion. That is the truth. Okay, we'll take a short break here. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go away. It's Citizens Voice. It's your program, and it's your voice we want to hear.
Before they come, they're supposed to, give us some information, notice, at least maybe a week or so. There was nothing like that.
Hunger is everywhere in Nigeria. People are dying every day, but Nigeria government are keeping quiet. Housemen are killing people. Why?
It's not what we expected because of these old men that are leading us, and you people know, you are aware that these people are not the right people to lead us. These kind of people that are leading us here are people of black mind. They just care about themselves and their family.
You are affecting my village. Let me use if I call it useless, I'm not to mistake. The other place where they build a shop, call it plaza. Each shop got 4 million naira. So I don't have the money, so I have to leave.
If you plan to get a tribal mark, it takes a lot of pain, but after some time, you enjoy it. No, we experience hold up now during the construction time. Then after some time, we start enjoying it.
The way they are doing the construction is too slow. It's too slow. The construction is too slow. They should stop the construction and make sure people go into their businesses and do their businesses.
All right, this is Citizen's Voice on your favorite station. Yes, actually, you could talk about construction too if it's going on in your own area, because those are the things that concern us. The construction going on, what will it lead to? That's what you've got to look at when you are contributing on that, if that's what's on your mind. Yes, the pains will be there for now while the construction is on, the diversions, the delays, and so on. But look ahead. When this will be over, where will we be in that area? So that's the beauty of construction when you want to evaluate it. Where will it lead us to? If it's for better, then of course you have to be patient with the authorities and the workers. But some people would like it to move faster. Somehow, if you move too fast, you might not do a good job. So why don't we allow them to do the good job, and let's all smile thereafter. Adebowale, how are you?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Fine, sir.
How is your area in Shomolu?
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm listening.
I'm calling you in respect of the attitude of our police officers here in Shomolu. What they did, they normally go to somebody's house, even without any warrant or whatever. They may even see you lying down in your room, and then they just pick you just unlawfully, which I think is not bad. Please, if you can help us talk to the
Okay, when they pick you up, what do they say? What do they tell you?
They said nothing. They will just say, pick your shirt and follow us to the station, of which I don't think that is really supposed to be like that, sir.
Okay, okay.
So thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Adebowale. Thank you. Thank you. That's an interesting observation. You know, remember sometime on this program, the complaint was about SARS, going to people's houses to arrest them, pick them up without any reason, without giving an excuse. I think that's where we need more enlightenment. That's where we need enlightenment. But we can drive that enlightenment. I would suggest to most of us, walk up to a lawyer friend or neighbor and say, educate me on this. If a policeman comes to my house and asks me to follow him to the station, what should I do? What should I do? Because there are various conditions that may arise, you know. If that order is from the court, you will have what they call a warrant, you know. They will show you, or if you demand, they will show you this is an order of the court that you should come to this place or that place. But I know what you're talking about. It does happen. Well, some are suspects. Somebody may have made a report, and they will just come around and say, but I think the problem is their approach to it. The hostility that is involved. Because if they are polite and they explain, well, we are investigating this issue and your name was dropped somehow, we would like you to come and make a formal statement or tell us what you know about this. I think people will gladly cooperate, especially those who are not guilty. But when the whole thing is shrouded in mystery, you don't know why they are calling you, they just want to use intimidation or force, then it becomes worrisome and suspicious. So please, let's seek some knowledge. Let's get enlightened so that you know how to respond. But I know it's disturbing. Hello, Samuel. Hello, Samuel.
Oh.
You're calling from Ikotu?
Yeah.
Okay, what's on your mind?
So please come to Koto, and the Koto has a very dead thing to us to trade, and all those dead things in the Koto, they should come and clear it, please.
Is dirty?
Yeah.
Is it the market you are talking about, or the Koto as an area?
The Koto where they are dumping the refuse.
Okay.
It's too much there, they should come and clear it.
The collectors don't come. For how long now have they, when did you see them? When did you last see them in your area?
They just park motor there. They just park their motor there. They are not parking anything. They just park their motor there, and those things are too much.
Oh, their vehicle is there, but they are not working. Is that what you are saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. So for now, how do you dispose of your refuse?
You know, we are just dumping the refuse there. We are just dumping it there. Leave everybody's place, and that place just smelly. You know, for people that are trading, buying, moving, and that place smelly.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much for that information.
Okay.
Thank you, Samuel. Okay, that's some information from the Ikotu area. Filth everywhere. That's the report we have from Samuel. He has acknowledged that the fact that the van that collects refuse is there, but it's not working. So maybe it broke down, and that stopped the work. But can't we make a replacement? Can the authorities make a replacement? Is it only one vehicle you have for collection of refuse in that area, like Ikotun, a very busy area? I know that. So, Vision Scope or Loma, please take note. Government, take note. Ikotun area is filthy. From the eyewitness we have there, Samuel, he says the authorities should come there and clear the refuse. I passed through that road some 3-4 days ago, I remember, and really you see heaps, down to the Polytechnic in Solo. Yes, you still have the heaps there. So this afternoon, that one is still there. So that might just confirm what he's saying. You know, various spots of the road there, you have the refuse not collected. I saw one around where they call Hostel Bus Stop, yes, and I said, what's happening here? What's happening here? No sign of collection there at all. It's been there for weeks. So, Vision Scope, Loma, visit the Ikotun area, and please do your work there. Do your work there. You know, when the government banned the cart pushers, I said, well, you are pushing some people out of job for some time. I know they will find their way somehow. But are we really ready to take over? That was the question I asked, because it involved their vehicles, Loma vehicles then, going into the streets. And most of the streets are not motorable, to be honest. So these cart pushers were handy, if you ask me. They come to your house. What matters is cleanliness. I thought they should have organized the cart pushers in such a way that they will be monitored or so, instead of just driving them away completely, because you can see the result. Go to Ikotun area and see what Samuel is talking about and what I have seen on the roads myself. Ayo, how are you?
I'm fine.
You're welcome.
Please, I want to talk in respect of this land use charge.
Okay.
They gave to us. Last year we paid 5,000 plus.
Okay.
But this time they gave us 15,000. 15,000. The money is so exorbitant. Please, if you can talk to the land use and revenue, that they should bring the price down. It's too much. It's too much. Please help us out. Everybody is complaining.
Yes.
I'm ready to go and pay. But when I checked through the papers yesterday, I got annoyed and I said I'm not going to pay. 15,000 from 5,000 to 15,000. It's too bad. The government should please do something about this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Madam Ayo, but you know there was an increase recently, Abi? You are aware that there was an upward review of the rents, of the tenement rate, the land use charge?
Yes.
Okay. And the governor had a town hall meeting. You were not able to go? Because I thought all landlords and landladies like you should have gone to that town hall meeting to hear the explanations given, because I think the governor spoke at length on that. And was it not adjusted after that? Because he promised to bring it down a bit. You remember?
They didn't bring it down.
They didn't bring it down?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, madam. Thank you very much. Okay, that's for government. I remember that town hall meeting, even the governor said it, that he was open to ideas and suggestions as to make things work better. He was ready to listen to people, and I think he listened. Coming to the town hall meeting means I'm ready to hear from you, and I'm ready to tell you too what we are thinking or what led us to this. And he agreed. He made it clear that it will be reviewed downward, and I think there was something done that way. I think it was, but Madam Ayo is telling us that it was not done. Well, cross-check again, go to the appropriate places and cross-check and find out if it was not reviewed downwards as promised, and then you can find out also why it has not been done. At times too, I'm not suggesting that it is what is happening, but those you are dealing with might not be telling you the truth. So make sure you are dealing with the right people, not the agents or the touts in the system. They could tell you a different thing and even give you the documents, but they might not be genuine. So be careful. Oge, how are you?
Okay.
Hello, Oge.
Okay. Hello. Please, I want to complain about Egbeda. We don't used to have lights there, and then the street lights. Our street lights is not been on. It's making robbers to rob. They snatch people's bags. They burgle people's shops, just like that. Things along the road there. They take people's items. And then the PSC people are not always coming to pick the refuse.
Okay. PSP not coming to Egbeda area.
Yes.
And, no lights, street lights, Abi?
Yes, the street lights are not on.
Are not on, okay. All
And it's also helping, making it difficult for people because robbers use the opportunity. That's all these bike people to snatch people's bags, to burgle shops, and then.
Especially in the morning or at night or evenings, Abi? Okay. All right. Okay, thank you very much, Oge. Blackouts on the streets of Egbeda, that's according to eyewitness Oge, because the street lights are not working, are not switched on. I hear they are powered by generators, and people are assigned at different points to switch them on and off at the right time. The issue is responsibility. People who are assigned to do certain things at times gloss over their assignments, don't even bother to, or wait for special tips before they can do what they're asked to do. And that's where the CDA comes in handy. The CDAs should be able to look at what is happening in their area and, ginger those who are supposed to do their work. It's the same thing with the changeover when you talk of a power supply. I hear there's a roster when this side is to have light, when the other side is to be, off light, and so on and so forth. Someone is responsible for that switchover. And in some cases, in some areas, you hear of such person asking the tenants to contribute money so that the changeover can be done. I think that's what's happening to the street lights in Egbeda. And PHCN, Vision Scope, debt still much in Egbeda area. Hello, Joy. Hello, Joy. Joy, are you there? Okay, we've missed that call from Joy in K2. So we're still talking about Vision Scope or Loma. We don't know who is in charge of which area, but this is from Egbeda area, and we've heard complaints from Ikotun. Slight improvement from Apapa, according to callers this morning. Citizen Oge just called a few minutes ago and said no light, no street lights in Egbeda, and so robbers are taking advantage of the darkness. You know what that means. That's embarrassing for the citizens. But just because somebody has failed to do something, I hope, not that the generator broke down. Please, if you are in charge, switch on the street lights in Egbeda. Emmanuel, how do you do?
Hello.
Hello, Emmanuel. Welcome to Citizens
Good
Voice.
afternoon.
Yes.
I'm calling from Sulele.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's concerned over 2 weeks now. The debt is every corner.
The what?
Debt is every corner.
Okay.
That's from Ojueba down to Aquatic Kitchen.
They've not come to move them away.
The vision in common is causing debt and the health purpose.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. You said they've not removed the debts for 2 weeks now.
I want them to come and see what happened here.
Okay.
The hunger is so much. The government control the agriculture.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Citizen Emmanuel. Thank you. Well, Sulere area now, it says even from Ojuelegba down, you can see that filth is everywhere. So, Vision Scope, you have some work. We commended your work along the Mushi axis, the Solo Dalico axis. Now there are complaints from Ojuelegba up that they can't feel your presence there. Somebody has called from that area this morning too, complaining of the same thing. Egbeda area, filth, Ikotu area, dirty. So when are we going to remove them? If you go to some bus stops, I talked about the hostel bus stop this morning, filth heaped there, not removed, not carted away. What are we going to do? Maybe the government should begin to think of bringing back the cart pushers. honestly, until the authorities are ready to do this work, Lagos is not getting cleaner as expected. So why not reorganize the cart pushers and let them move these things? Hello, Shade.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm calling from Mushin.
All right.
Please, I want to make complaint concerning NEPA issues.
Okay.
See, the bill they are giving to us, as from January, they have been billing us too much bills. Yeah. Like in January now, they brought 9,000 naira for 2-bedroom flats. In February, they give us 10,000.
Yeah.
As I'm talking, they brought 23,000 naira.
Oh my God.
For a bill. And the light is not consistent at all. So I don't know, please help us so that you put mouth to this thing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shade. Thank you. You are speaking the minds of many people, I can tell you that, including myself. As I said on this program some time ago, when it rose to 10,000 from 3, 4, 5, 6 to 10, and the unique thing was that all of us, 4 of us in that compound, the 4 flats were having the same 10,000. I had to go to the center, the office, and say, what's happening? You know, it's a pity. I say it's a pity because we have no answer. We have no answer. If we had an answer, we will stick to it. But we have no answer. We have no answer. The only answer is cut off the lines and keep on burning your fuel or petrol or diesel. That's the only answer for now. And that is why they are taking us, for granted. If we had an alternative, we had another choice, it wouldn't be the same thing. But let's keep hoping and praying that one day government will stand up and say, give people their prepaid meters and put a time limit. Between now and this time, every household should have their prepaid meters. That will solve this problem. Because the people are exploiting the situation and they are milking the people. They know they don't have a choice. Imagine, look at what she said. From how much to 23,000 for the same apartment. For the same apartment. Just because they know you cannot argue it, you cannot defend it, you cannot challenge it. From 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 23,000 within 6 months, within 5 months. Just the same apartment. How unfair. And the reason is they know you don't have a choice. And the government is not helping us to have a choice. It's a pity. It's a pity. But let us pray that one day a government will come and say, no more of this. Hello, Kwasim. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome to Citizen's Voice.
Yes, I'm speaking on the NEPA issue.
Okay.
As Shadi has just spoken now. You see the bill the IE are giving to we customers is too outrageous. And they are not bringing light more than 14 hours. If to our side, the only one. But ordinarily, I expect the super screen to come and assist us in that. I'm calling from Onipan. And yeah. I know your station is in Onipan. So I don't know how you can get to you because they are just giving people the same bills. How could just a room be given 10,000 naira? And a building be given 30,000 naira? Imagine somebody was given 2,000 naira in March and was given 30,000 naira in April. Is it good? Is that how we continue? Please, I want us to please help us to talk to them. Maybe I don't know if you could invite, if you can invite. Hello, are you with me? Are you with me, sir? Hello, sir. Hello. I know.
Okay, coming to the end of today's program, gradually, we still have just a few minutes, couple of minutes. The problem of PHCN on NEPA, that has remained, and every time is there. What people are going through torture, through hell, because of PHCN or NEPA. Outrageous bills, because they know the people don't have a choice. And we cannot stop calling on government. You can legislate. You can do something. You can give an order to the people who run the system now. You know, they will tell us it's been privatized and so. Yes, but it's still happening in the country. I'm sure you hear what people are going through. And people have concluded that because you in government don't go through what you don't pay the bills are paid for you. If at all you pay, we don't know. You don't feel what the people are feeling. But I think that's the function of government, to feel the pulse of the people. A poor man in a one-room apartment paying 30,000 naira for power consumed for how long? For a month? That's unfair, that's injustice, that is sheer punishment. But who else do they call upon? Well, you say let them pray. Fine. Pray to God to do what? To scrap PHCN? To intervene and change their minds? I think God has given you that power, the government, to legislate and tell the PHCN what they should do. If everybody can have the prepaid meters in their houses, this problem will be solved. You pay what you consume. You pay for what you've consumed. I think that's the way forward. Talk of justice, talk of fairness, talk of service to the people. Talk of service to the people. They don't read the meters installed. They will give you different reasons. As I said on this program, they told me clearly that they don't read the meters. They just share what is gotten at the central meter for all the compounds. So that's what we're going through. But the ideal is for you to come and read what my meter has recorded, and based on that, charge me, give me my bill. That's why the meters are there. That is for the government to legislate, to enforce, because no individual can win that battle. That's why we are calling on the government to do something. At least if it is that you can do for Nigerians, because I'm sure this is not only happening in Lagos, that will go a long way. Do it for us. Regulate and let PHCN know what to do and how to serve the people. And it's on that note we want to end today's program of Citizen's Voice. You are the citizen, it is your voice we want to hear. So let's come together again next Saturday. We want to thank all of you who have called today, wonderful people, useful contributions. We hope the authorities are listening. Let's do it again on Saturday. I am Ambrose Ezewani. Brighten up the face with some smiles, and if you see someone without any, give him one of yours. Bye-bye now.